Hey, what's up everybody? This is Randy from King Electric Guitars. I got my good friend Paul Doss with me today, and we're going to show you one of the new models that I'm going to be debuting today and hopefully putting out to the world soon. So Paul is holding what I call my Futura model. It is a cross between a lot of guitars that I like, and I'm not going to say them because I don't feel like getting sued. But it's made out of Spanish cedar, so it's incredibly lightweight. It's got Peruvian walnut and maple stripe in the back. Flip it over, Paul. Let me see if you can see it here. It's got a tilt back headstock of 8 degrees. It's got a Bacote fretboard and headstock overlay, humbucker size P90s, hip shot hardware, 2 volumes and a tone, 3-way switch. It is a bolt-on guitar, even though it's built more like a constructed more like a set neck. It is bolted on, and we're gonna play a little bit and
cool. Let's check it out.
All right, man.
I'm gonna start up here on the neck pickup.
Okay. Hey, this thing does have a 022 cap in it, so I try to make it similar to the vintage Les Paul Jr. So it can be dark at times, but then it's got a lot of usable tones. You can roll the tone around a little bit. You can hear your difference in tones there. The pickups in this guitar are, like I said, they're humbucker size P90s. They're bootstrap squeaky cleans. Really like working with the guy. He's a great dude. Handmade out of Ohio. Couple guys in a garage, and I don't know how he can build the pickups he does for the price he does, but I love them and I've used them. Same pickups are in this. They're just P90 size. So.
You hear some heavier sounds on this thing?
Sure. this guitar I actually sketched out. I took old Les Paul Jr. copy, drew the body, and then just started erasing lines, and I completely sketched this guitar out from scratch. Obviously, it's got the raised center section. I don't know if you can see that on camera well, but it's raised in the center, and it's actually bound in the center too, which is kind of different. I wanted a guitar, it's hard to see on camera, but this guitar is almost as big as, say, a Jazzmaster. This part here is just barely under the size. The rest of the body is almost the size. I'm 6'4", kind of a big dude, so I need a guitar that doesn't look like a ukulele. So that's what I did. I've always felt that Les Pauls were my favorite guitars for years, but I always felt like they were just kind of too symmetrical, so I wanted to do something different. And actually, the guitar is named Futura after a car that my dad and I owned. I owned a 63 and a half Falcon Futura convertible for some years, and my old man and I put a lot of miles on that car. So if you look at one, this whole design here came from that. Kind of strange. I'm into cars, so I design from a bunch of different stuff. And then this one's got a special finish. I don't know what to name this yet, but this guitar, don't let me freak you out on this, Paul, but that guitar is full of my father's ashes.
Oh, wow.
All of the grain fill, everything that you see where you see the darker specks, that is all ashes.
How cool is that?
I had an idea many years ago in a drunken stupor that if I die, I want to be stuck into a guitar, and then I figured out actually how to do it. And if you want to do something like that, that's something that I can do. I think it's just a really nice way of having something. Oh, and then I went ahead and just threw another thing in here and made it a 25-inch scale. I forgot to mention that. So it's a mismatch of a bunch of different stuff. But I think it turned out well. I like it. I hope other people
It feels
like
great.
it. One thing it does not have with a guitar, some other guitars that are shaped like this that have a raised center section and a reverse headstock, it has zero neck dive. We can't stand up right now because we'll hit stuff. But if you put this guitar on, it sits like a rock, and it's very comfortable to play. And so I'm real happy with it, the way it came out. And I've got a few more in the works I'm building. And then once I get those done, I'm going to start putting these out. And you can reach me at kingelectricguitars@gmail.com, and we can talk about one because I want to get them in some people's hands. I'm going to do a bunch of different finishes on these. One of the ones I'm building, and I'm actually building it for my buddy whose beautiful studio we're sitting in right now. It's going to have a fabric top in these sections here that are dropped down, but then it's going to have a crazy candy paint on top of it. So if you got a wild idea for a finish, I'm up for trying it for sure. And I mostly use urethane finishes because that's my preference. But if you want a nitro finish, we can do that as well. But I think this guitar would look beautiful natural. The actual Spanish cedar is very mahogany looking. Same grain, it's just a little lighter. So if you want just a amber tint over it, that would look amazing as well. They don't all have to have the center stripe and that kind of stuff. I can do whatever on this guitar. And that was another thing. It can have humbuckers. It can have P90s. It can have, whatever. We can do that as well. And I'm trying to build platforms that you can do a million different things with, change out electronics, change out pickups, whatever we want to do, but it's still the same basic shape. This one could have arm contours if you want. It wouldn't have to have a center section. It's very customizable, and that's what I'm trying to do, is make a body shape that is mine, but then I can make a guitar that is yours. So
yeah, tell them about the neck too. The first thing I said when I picked it up is, man, I love the neck on this. And you were like, well, I do them all different.
Yeah, I have some templates, and I literally take the piece of wood and start taking off what I'm supposed to, and once my hand feels right, then I stop. That being said, if you're local to me, if you're near Atlanta and I'm building you a guitar, I'm going to have you in 3 or 4 times, and I'm going to have you testing the neck. You know, I'll get it close. I'll get it to where I think it's real close to where I want it, and then I'll have you come in, kind of feel and decide, do I want it thinner? Do I want more off the cheeks? Do I want it more? You know, we can do a million different things with a file. You know, so, and they're all done by hand. I have no CNC. I need you guys to buy some guitars because I really need a bandsaw. But it's all done by hand. It's all done with Shinto rasp and some sandpaper, you know. So once it feels right, I'll leave it. And so far, you know, this is actually guitar number 7. I just realized today. You know, I just started not long ago. This is one of the first things I did. This is guitar number 7. I've got another one of my creations over here with an aluminum neck on it. So started doing some undercutting of my frets so there's no fret sprout, that kind of thing. So
Heavy.
definitely rings. I like the
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, definitely like the tone of it.